My name is Jeanette, and this is about robberies and sometimes drug dealers and addicts, informants, undercover, and people that steal IDs of any of that. Trying to keep money as I earned it or inherited it, trying to stop people from robbing me. It turned into a nightmare there for a long time. People I lived with, they had lookalikes with different fingerprints. So therefore, if you give the key to one, then that means it gets handed over to more than one, then whatever women or whatever they're around. But there's a whole lot of other things that can happen because of that too. For example, if somebody's wanting you dead, they might hire somebody that's cloned. I know people used to talk about doing a movie a long time ago about that, about the hired hitman that was cloned and they paid the wrong one, and so therefore the target wasn't dead. But sometimes the hitman will say, well, actually I did kill him, except the problems were still there, and that's because they were cloned. That came down to people wanting to take things like YouTube account away from me, my bank account, my personal clothes and things, even houses. Tried to figure out ways to keep them from doing it. So I thought if I fingerprinted things like car titles and things like that, that it would, make them stop. But one of the girls started laughing and said, all you gotta do is go down and get a copy of it, put your own fingerprint on there. Same thing with handprints, because occasionally I got a hold of something and I really didn't want nobody taking control over it. So I'd take a picture of it, use ink and do my own fingerprint. So she told me that. So then after that I was like, well, I guess if I'm fast enough. So I'd take a picture of my hand holding it. I knew palm readers, study palms and things. You'd be able to tell the difference. And email it down to the police department. This is my piece of paper. While it was still fresh enough that the witnesses were still around. Yes, I did that for her. And run into problems with lawyers. One of the relatives had told me he was going to leave me money if he died. And I didn't even like to talk about it because I didn't even want to think about it. At the time, I felt like I'd be losing a friend. So I'd normally just sit there and try to smile. But then all of a sudden he said something to me. I said, well, that's not what so-and-so said. They said that, it had all been changed. I wasn't saying it as a complaint. I was just saying it as, make up your mind. Well, he says he didn't change it. So he said, well, I can fix that. And he goes over to the phone, picks it up, and calls what I assume was his lawyer. And says, I don't know why so-and-so says whatever. The one time it really had been changed. And the lawyer says to him, well, you did tell me. So we discussed, what was going on. And that's when I said, I know some other people are doing this. They're using their kin's lawyer, and they're changing things like that. And change the beneficiary altogether to somebody you might not even know. So at this point, the one, when he says that, what I said, he goes, well, from now on you'll have to come in. You want anything done. Which was fine with him, because he was the one trying to keep what he had. And then you have to worry about the listening devices, because I said, actually I didn't tell anybody some of the conversations we had. But I had problems with prescriptions, and I couldn't figure out, what's going on. I knew for sure it wasn't me. It took like 20 or 30 minutes to drive to the drugstore. And normally I had somebody else drive me. So it's not like I hopped in the car and went and forgot. But I realized that things like bank accounts and stuff was still being tampered with, and so was prescriptions. I go in, I tell the pharmacy people right to their face, I've got problems and I'm not sure who's doing what. But from now on, when I come to pick up a prescription, I'm going to show you my ID. You make sure of it. Because they're saying I have a look-alike. And if I do, I don't know them. Me and the guys messed around with stuff like this for over 10 years. And the guys are going, well, I know she didn't because she wasn't number one in that state. I wasn't in Maine either when you said I was. Taking that money out of the bank. Now, I have witnesses that I was right here at that time I was in Charlottesville. I had people at the stores that I went, plus people I lived around. Everybody knew I was telling the truth. I didn't take that money out. I didn't get it back though. But just like receipts, they tell you when you buy something, keep your receipt. Some people keep their receipt when they go to the grocery store so they can keep up with how much it's going to cost when they go in there. They want to know pretty close to how much money they have to have if they don't buy the same thing each time. Y'all started stealing the receipts. Then I found out it was because you were doing stuff in another state sometimes another town, sometimes next door. You needed an alibi, you tried using my receipt. You tried telling people that I had done went and bought you a brand new car. One of you told that I bought him a brand new mobile home down in Galax. The mobile home I did buy, and I ended up leaving sitting on the lot because I couldn't get everybody to stop following me, and I wanted to be able to live somewhere in a nice place without everybody following me and breaking in. You're swapping my electronics, your TV breaks, and you think you're supposed to go swap it for somebody's new one. And I told you, your drug use, with you need rent money, food money, gas money, insurance money, got to be a little bit too much for a lot of you. It doesn't give you a right to use my roommate or my landlord or even sometimes the police department to gain access. Don't ask me for anything. I'm going to tell you why. I've always been a giving person. If I had something and somebody really needed it, I had two of it. A lot of times I'd hand it over. Not always, but most of the time. You know, if I have 5 toothbrushes and they're all brand new, and I see somebody that needs one, doesn't have the money for it, it was no big deal. I'd just give them one. I'm not speaking about what just happened. That's me willingly doing it. But don't ask me for nothing, any of you. I'll tell you why. In 2015, I bought 3 brand new pair of boots. Leather, laced up to the knee. They all fit. They were all in good condition, brand new. You maneuvered to the point that you didn't walk in and steal them. But all that new stuff I had bought for when I got a new place to live, new dish towels, dishes, I mean, you name it, toasters, everything, I was trying a little bit at a time buy, you know, I'd have it. I would walk into my new place and everything, not everything, but most of it be new. And you fix it to where I end up walking out and leaving hundreds of dollars worth of brand new stuff. I tried taking the price tags off because I caught you taking some of my stuff when you stole it, going back to the store, getting money back. I tried talking to the store employees about trying to keep the employees the same. Yes, they don't necessarily have to know your name, but, you know, when y'all took my TV before, you took the box it came in and took it right back. You done that with earrings, gifts from Christmas. Some of you got mad when I started trying to keep it, and you started breaking in and breaking things. Or you take one earring out of a set. I've asked all of you to stop it. I mean, you actually, I had brand new clothes that was spotless. And I come back home, and I'm like, you know, this one's got a big stain on it. And number one, I don't even eat nothing that color. DEA, I told the local police in more than one place, I wanted those women dealers to stop. Stop using their power and their money to buy people to mess with me, and I meant it.